On a cold April night in 1912, the world's most luxurious ship, the RMS Titanic, slipped beneath the icy waters of the North Atlantic. Over 1,500 lives were lost in one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. More than a century later, the Titanic's story continues to captivate us, not just because of the tragedy, but because of the enduring mysteries that surround her final hours. Tonight, we'll explore the unsolved questions that still haunt the Titanic's legacy. The Titanic was a marvel of engineering, a floating palace boasting opulent interiors, cutting-edge technology, and the promise of safety. She was called unsinkable, a claim that would prove tragically ironic. But as we look back, we find that the Titanic's fate was shaped by a series of strange events, missed opportunities, and unanswered questions. Let's begin with the iceberg warnings. On the day of the disaster, the Titanic's wireless operators received multiple messages from nearby ships, warning of dangerous ice ahead. Some of these warnings were delivered to the bridge, but others were never passed on. The wireless operators, overwhelmed with sending personal messages for wealthy passengers, set aside some of the crucial iceberg warnings. Was this simply human error, or was there a deeper issue with communication protocols on board? If even one more warning had reached the captain in time, could the Titanic have changed course and avoided disaster? As the Titanic steamed ahead at nearly full speed, lookouts stationed in the crow's nest scanned the horizon for danger. But here's another mystery: the lookouts had no binoculars. The key to the locker containing the binoculars had been accidentally taken off the ship by a departing officer in Southampton. Without binoculars, the lookouts relied solely on their eyes to spot icebergs in the darkness. Was this a tragic oversight, or an unlucky twist of fate? Some historians believe that with binoculars, the iceberg might have been spotted, giving the crew precious extra minutes to react. When the Titanic struck the iceberg at 11:40 p.m., chaos erupted. As the ship began to sink, distress rockets were fired into the night sky. Survivors later reported seeing the lights of another ship on the horizon. This brings us to one of the most debated mysteries: the identity of the so-called mystery ship. Many believe it was the SS Californian, which had stopped for the night due to ice. The Californian's crew saw rockets but failed to respond, later claiming they didn't recognize them as distress signals. Others argue that the ship seen by the Titanic's passengers was not the Californian at all, but another, unidentified vessel. Why didn't the nearby ship come to the rescue? Was it a tragic misunderstanding, or something more sinister? As the Titanic's bow slipped beneath the waves, the stern rose high into the air. Survivors gave conflicting accounts of what happened next. Some insisted the ship broke in two before sinking, while others believed she went down intact. For decades, this question remained unanswered. When the wreck was finally discovered in 1985, it was confirmed that the Titanic had indeed split apart. But the exact sequence of events, how and when the ship broke, remains a topic of debate among experts. Did the breakup contribute to the high loss of life? Could the ship have stayed afloat longer if she hadn't broken apart? Among the many personal tragedies of the Titanic, one story stands out, that of the unknown child. After the disaster, the body of a young boy was recovered and buried in Halifax, Nova Scotia, his identity a mystery for nearly a century. For decades, he was simply known as the unknown child, a symbol of the many nameless victims lost at sea. Only recently, through advances in DNA testing, was he identified as Sidney Leslie Goodwin, a 19-month-old from England. Yet, many other victims remain unidentified, their stories lost to the depths. Questions about the Titanic's construction. Some researchers have suggested that substandard rivets or brittle steel may have contributed to the rapid sinking. Others point to design flaws, such as the lack of a full double hull or the insufficient number of lifeboats. Was the Titanic doomed from the start by these hidden weaknesses, or was her fate sealed by a series of unfortunate events? Even today, the Titanic continues to reveal her secrets. Explorers and scientists have used submersibles and advanced imaging technology to map the wreck and study its condition. Each new discovery raises fresh questions. Why did certain parts of the ship remain so well preserved, while others have decayed rapidly? What artifacts still lie hidden in the debris field, waiting to be found? The Titanic story is more than a tale of tragedy, it's a puzzle that has fascinated generations. The unanswered questions, the lost opportunities, and the enduring mysteries keep her memory alive. As we look back on that fateful night, we are reminded of the limits of human knowledge and the power of the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unsolved mysteries of the Titanic. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think really happened on that cold April night? Are there mysteries we've yet to uncover? The Titanic rests in silence at the bottom of the sea, but her secrets continue to echo through history.